For personalised, private, no waiting, in-home care. rideathome.com.au. This is Without Bias on SEN.
Hello and welcome to Without Bias here on 1116 SEN. For Bowls Australia, Ride at Home, the Right Care Ride at Home, Australia's premier in-home care provider. And of course, Trip a Deal, roll into your next deal or holiday with Trip a Deal. Val Febbo here with you, and a massive show tonight because the Bowls Premier League teams are starting to be rolled out. We've gone through a fair few of them already. You can check them out on Bowls Australia's social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. But a couple of big names are making their debuts or returns to the tournament. Dylan Fisher making his return. He'll join us in the second segment. But a Right at Home Jackaroo who's wanted to play this event for a very long time is making her debut for the Melbourne Extreme. I speak of none other than the one and only Brianna Smith. Bri, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Val, and I'm excited to be here. And
before we get to the BPL, another congratulations is in order for you because you've just been engaged to your partner or fiance now, fellow Right at Home Jackaroo, Ben Twist. How was the engagement?
Oh, it was such an exciting time, and everyone knew about it except for me, and I'm filthy about it, but that's okay. So we went on a trip to America, and he popped the question when I was at my dream place in Disneyland. So right in front of the castle there, we got all the photos to look at for the rest of our lives. And it's just the most amazing thing to look back on, and I can't believe it. I can't believe I could say I'm a fiance.
It's so good, so good. No, I've spoken to Twisty about it, and he said he was nervous, but he planned it to perfection. Everything sounded good, and in fairness, Bri, you're the one person that shouldn't know about it. So
yeah, well, nice. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
You need to be surprised, and he absolutely nailed it. So congratulations to you both, and good luck with the planning because I know how stressful it can be, but I'm sure you guys will absolutely nail it, like you nail your bowls as well, Bri. So congrats on your first BPL selection for the Extreme. How excited are you?
I'm honestly buzzing with excitement. I couldn't believe it when I found out that I was going to play for the Melbourne Extreme. I'm mixing with the best of the best on the big stage, getting amongst all the supporters, meeting new people, and of course, I've been a part of the Melbourne Extreme team. They're always up there in the top of the ladder. So I'm excited to hopefully not let anyone down. And I've got big shoes to fill filling in for Kylie Lavis. So hopefully I can put my best foot forward and really show them my skills.
I know you've wanted to play this event for a long time, and where were you when you got the call to ask if you were available?
We had actually just landed in America. So
really?
I just turned my data on. I just turned my phone data on, and all the messages, everything comes through, and everyone's like, how you landed. And then I had this one random message from this name I've never seen before from a guy called Mark Fallows. I'm assuming he's the team manager of Melbourne Extreme. And I said to Ben, is this legit? He's gone, I think so. And we both looked at each other. We're in the security line to get into the American land. And yeah, I got the message back, and he's like, yep, you're in. And
how good's
I
that?
couldn't believe it. So it was the best start to our holiday. But I first of all had to message my boss at St John's Park Bowling Club and ask if it was okay to jump ship for a week. And he gave me the thumbs up straight away. So I'm super excited, and it was great timing to start a good holiday off.
Oh, we would have been very disappointed in Anthony if he said no.
I don't think they could have said no, although they're probably worried about when we come up against each other, but that's another story.
well, that's what I was going to ask as well. There is going to be a moment where you have to take on your own club in St John's and the Saints and your fiancé in Ben Twist. So how weird is that going to be?
It'll be unusual because I'll see my club colours in front of me, and then I'll be wearing, obviously, Melbourne Extreme, but that'll be my heart for the week. I am excited to play against them, and it'll be a bit of friendly rivalry, I guess, and I'm sure I'll have some supporters on my side as well as their side. But yeah, look, I'm excited to be a part of the Melbourne Extreme, and I will do the best I can, put my best foot forward when I am playing the Sydney Saints, and I'll try and bury them.
Well, that's the gauntlet. It's been thrown down. So, Saints, if you're listening, Bri wants to bury you. There we go. That's the headline. But you have waited to play this event for a while. So, how much does the selection mean? Because this is the best players in the world coming from all corners of the country and the world to play, because you've also got the likes of Alex Marshall and Paul Foster, Nick Brett playing this event. So how much does it mean to you to be alongside them?
Oh, just to be recognised in amongst those names is just amazing. Like, who would have thought Brianna Smith in amongst Alex Marshall and, like you said, all those other names. But it's massive for me. It's not just another event. It's a stage where the best of the best go head to head. Like, you've got the big lights, you've got the cameras, you've got the TVs, you've got all the supporters, you've got everyone there. But just I'm honoured to be recognised and having the opportunity to play against and testing myself under the pressures of TV and amongst all those cameras, lights and music and all those things. So I know I can do it, but it would be a lot of pressure, but I'm excited and literally can't wait. Bring it on.
Well, yeah, that is so different about the tournament, isn't it? The fact that you are in the night session, especially going out and you're playing with the smoke machines, the massive lights, the cameras, the jibs, and all of the noise happening. Have you played in anything sort of similar before? I know you've played on one of the rinks at the Australian Open, but is it like anything that you've seen before?
Oh, that'll be something that I'm going to have to work towards. I'll have to go to an indoor somewhere and just pump some music and hopefully I get a crowd along just to try and imitate what it's going to be like. I know I can block it out. I've obviously played indoor singles finals and things like that, but that's a lot quieter. So I think the music, the smoke machines, but I think I'm hoping that'll help pump me up and produce some good bowls and keep the crowd entertained. So I'm hoping I can use that to my advantage.
Well, if you've got any song requests, let me know because we control all of that. So let us know. But look,
I'll hit you up, Val.
Yeah, you're going to have to. But look, you've got some very good teammates, one of which in Jack McShane, who's winning pretty much everything he touches at the moment. And, of course, someone you know very well, Nick Carl, who you travelled overseas with a couple of years ago to the UK for the World Bowls Under-25 or Junior Indoor Championships. How much are you looking forward to linking up with those two?
I'm so excited to team up with those two boys. Jack is the goat of bowls. So, like you said, everything he touches just turns to gold. So I'm excited to hopefully be touching gold with him and be a part of a special event. And obviously with Nick, we travelled over to Ireland in 2022 when we were the runners-up in the mixed pairs for the World Under-25. So we teamed up so well and we do get along so well. So I'm excited to see what we've got and hopefully team up again together on the rink. I actually had a message from his mum and said, the band's getting back together, so because his mum was over there with us in Ireland. So it'd be exciting to be amongst the team again and team up with two of the best.
That's great, and he does have such a good family, so shout out to the Carls as well. That's going to be awesome to see you two back together with Jack McShane and under the tutelage of Kelvin Kirko. That's a pretty good person to have as your first BPL coach.
Oh, I'm excited just to learn something off him throughout that week, and I'm excited to really meet him. I've never really met him in person and had a good conversation with him. So just to have a chat with him and learn a few things about bowls that I probably don't know yet, and I'm excited just to have him as a coach. Who would have thought I'd have Kelvin Kirko as my coach? I think that's anyone's dream. So I'm excited to see what he's got to give us.
Pretty exciting. Now, you and Twisty playing against each other. Have you got any bets going yet about, say if the Extreme wins, does he have to clean the house or something along those lines? Like, are you going to come up with any sort of bets between you two to really heighten the stakes?
Oh, look, I think there'll be lots of dinners being cooked for me.
Nice.
We haven't discussed it yet, but I'm sure I'll be waited on hand and foot, hopefully. There's got to be something on the line because otherwise, what's the fun in that?
Yeah, exactly. Who is the cook between the two of you?
Oh, well, I don't want to burn the house down, so it has to be me. We don't want any smoke flying through the room. No. He's a good cook, but I'd rather do it myself and clean up myself. That way it's done properly. He always does a man job. Half a job, Harry.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. I'll have to get him on for a right of reply here. But that's fantastic. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the banter is between the two of you. But the BPL format, obviously very, very different in terms of how it's played. Sets play, 5 ends, it's cutthroat, power plays. What do you love most about it?
I love just how fast-paced it is. And anyone who's just scrolling through and happens to find the bowls on the TV, they're going to click onto it and they're going to love it. Like it's the best way to figure out what's going on in the game. With the shot clocks, the power plays, it makes it exciting. It keeps you on your toes, keeps the crowd on the edge of their seats. So there's lots to look forward to. And before you know it, the two sets are over and it's a new game on. So you're getting new faces all the time, quick turnover. So it's good to keep the crowd on the edge of their seats for sure.
Who are you looking forward to playing against the most?
Well, we've already spoken about it. It has to be the Sydney Saints. I'm good friends with Dawny. We've got Ben, and you've got Jamie Walker, who's an overseas phenomenal player. So I am excited to play against them, and game on.
Very exciting. Oh, well, Bree, thank you so much for joining the show. Absolute pleasure having you on. It's so well deserved, the fact that you're playing the BPL for the first time. It's going to be the first of many for you, we think, and good luck with it all at BPL 23 in October at Club Pine Rivers.
Thank you for having me, Val, and thank you everyone for the support. Let's go. Melbourne Extreme.
Brianna Smith joining me on with our bias right at Home Jackaroo, playing BPL 22, her first BPL, and we reckon it's going to be the first of many, that is for sure. Plenty more still to come on the show, however, because we've got Dylan Fisher, who hasn't played since BPL 5. He's making his return for the Tasmania Tridents. This is with our bias for Right at Home, the Right Care Right at Home, and of course Tripadeal. Roll into your next holiday with Tripadeal. Val Febbo with you, and stay tuned for Dylan Fisher up next.
For personalised, private, no waiting, in-home care, rightathome.com.au. This is Without Bias on SEN.
You're listening to Without Bias here on 1116 SEN for Right at Home, the Right Care Right at Home, and Tripadeal. Roll into your next deal with Tripadeal. Val Febbo here with you for Bowls Australia. And, well, a big thank you to Brianna Smith for joining me in the last segment to talk about her upcoming BPL debut. It's her first time. And going from someone who's making her debut to someone who's making his return to the competition. Hasn't played since BPL 5, which was in New Zealand back in the day when the tournament went overseas, playing for the Melbourne Roys. It's the longest time between drinks for a player to play, or I think 17 the difference it'll be now between 5 and 22. And I speak of none other than Dylan Fisher, who'll be suiting up for the Tasmania Tridents, having made the move down there just recently. Dylan, welcome.
Thanks, Al. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you on the show, and congrats on your return to the BPL. How pumped are you?
Yeah, extremely pumped. Definitely didn't expect that I'd ever get another opportunity. So, yeah, extremely grateful and honoured as well. But, definitely very excited.
And the Roys, the former team, the Melbourne Roys, that was your last home in BPL 5. As I said, longest time between events for a player. What does it mean to you to be returning to such an esteemed competition?
Yeah, I think initially I was a part of the inaugural event. I think it was called the APL back in the day. It was this, so I was part of that. And you're just not really sure what the event's going to, evolve into or how it's going to go. And, lucky enough to play 5 of them and then have a big break until now. So I think now that I'm getting another opportunity, which I definitely wasn't expecting, I think it just makes it that little bit more special considering how big and prestigious and popular the event is. So, yeah, it just means that little bit more now, that's for sure.
So you'll be, as you said, you're part of APL 1. You're only one of 5 bowlers in the competition that played in that inaugural event. So how does that sound?
Yeah, I was pretty young. I think I was like 18 or 19.
Wow.
So, as I said, I didn't really know how it was going to go or what it was going to be. And I'm a religious watcher of the BPL even when I haven't been playing. So, it's pretty cool to be back in it. A lot of great memories and hopefully can make some more memories now.
And the format is so different to how bowls has traditionally been played. And what do you love about it in particular?
Yeah, I think just during the game, it's so short. The games are so short, fast-paced, that it feels like every bowl that you play could be an influencing bowl or the winning bowl. So, it comes down to so many clutch moments, and you just can't mentally switch off at any point during the game. The quality of your opposition, they're just going to put you to the sword. So that's what I love about it the most, is it tests your mental capability to be on your game for, such a short period of time during the game, but also a long period of time for the tournament. So, yeah, I enjoy that probably the most.
That's fantastic. And when did you find out that you had been selected for the Tridents? How did you get the news as well?
Yeah, so a few months ago, Bowls Tas named a bit of a squad of players that they were going to pick from. So I was included in that, and I was, pleasantly surprised. Being pretty new to living in Tassie, I thought I didn't have any expectations. I just wanted to, come down here, do my best with my bowls, and see what happens. So they announced that squad, and they had a couple of other of the young fellas down here, doing really well with their bowls in Bailey Bell Chambers and Cody Marshall. And I thought, well, look, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave one of them two a go. Like, nobody would have thought twice about that. But when I did find out that I was actually in the team about a month ago, I was pleasantly surprised, and have been out training and working hard to try and make sure I'm cherry ripe come late October.
And you'll be teaming up with Beck Van Ash and Taylor Mail. Beck, of course, one of the Tasmanian stalwarts, and Taylor just going from strength to strength. They're your two teammates. How pumped are you to link up with the two of them?
Yeah, very pumped. I've known Taylor and Beck for quite a long time, obviously playing against them a lot in representative bowls and amongst some Australian squads with Beck a long time ago now. So I've known them both for quite a while. So it's not like it's, I'm going to have to try and get to know them and, I don't know much about it. I think we'll gel really well as a team. I think we'll try and do Tassie proud, that's for sure.
And Tassie are a very proud franchise. They've made 2 final series before. What would it mean to you to give them success on this stage? Because obviously they are so hard to win, especially now with the 12-team format. So what would it mean to you to be able to take them to that next level and possibly even really deep into the finals?
Yeah, it'd be huge. Since moving down to Tassie, I really realised that they love the BPL, and there's a lot of support down here for whoever's playing. So to be able to make them proud, fly the Tassie flag and have some success would be a highlight for me, that's for sure. Like, I've had friends play in the Tassie team who I've watched closely, and to now be a part of it and then, striving for success for Tassie would be awesome.
And in terms of some of the key things for your own game when you're playing the BPL, what do you try and work on? Because obviously there's a lot more moving parts, especially the night session when you've got the music, the crowd, the noise, the smoke machines and the cameras. But then during the day you've got the shot clocks, and you're trying to incorporate all of that into your game. So what are the things for you that you like to work on, and how do you really concentrate on keeping your focus, but also making sure that you're aware of everything that's going on?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, Val. I sort of pride myself on getting my confidence up and getting in a really strong rhythm, particularly with my draw game. So that's something I'd love to bring to the team, is if my opportunity was to lead up to Taylor, say, in one of the games, that I'm really getting the bowls in there for him. Not so much holding shot on the crossover as a lead perspective, but giving Taylor a chance to play his shots in his game. Because Taylor is, he's a big converter. He plays the big shots, and he can really play that role for us. But then also, we can't expect Taylor to be doing that game after game. So I will be honing in my training on, if I get that call up to skip as well, that I can play the big shots and handle the pressure moments as well. So it's a bit of a versatile role, BPL. You've got to be able to play all the positions, and when it's your time to be ready, you've got to be good to go and playing good bowls, because, like I said earlier, the quality of the opposition, if you're a little bit off, they'll just put you to the sword. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on.
Yeah, it's cutthroat, completely cutthroat. And what I'm excited to see is, the last time you played, it was an 8-team competition. There's 4 more teams now. And how excited are you to sort of be a part of this new age of the Bowls Premier League? Yeah,
I've as I said before to you, Val, I've been a religious watcher. I've watched it every year since. I've seen it grow. It's got bigger and bigger. I'm certain it's probably one of the most popular bowls events in terms of bowlers and non-bowlers watching it, whether it be through the streams or on KO or Foxtel or whatever. So, I know so many people that watch it, even that don't play as well. So it's really exciting to watch it grow, and then to get another opportunity to play. Definitely very humbling, very, very honoured, and keen to give it my best crack.
It's so well deserved. And your move to Tasmania, you've been a stalwart of the Victorian lineup for a long time, Melbourne born and bred. So what was the reason for the move down to Tassie, and how are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, if you'd told me this time 12 months ago, Val, I'm going to be living in Tassie and playing for Tassie, I would have said there's something not quite right with you, Val. But look, here we are. I met my partner, Chloe, around the time of Sides Championships last year in October at Tweed Heads. She was playing for Tasmania. And things just sort of hit it off from there and went really well. We did long distance there for a little while, but I spent a fair bit of time in Tassie over the summer holidays. I hadn't seen much of Tassie before, and I quickly sort of figured out that I loved it down here. And Chloe's got her life really settled here with her family and friends and her work. And I thought, you know what, I've got the opportunity and the freedom to move down and really give this a crack, so I'm going to do it. And I haven't regretted it, and I'm absolutely loving it. And that was back in mid-March. So, yeah, I've been here nearly 6 months now.
How'd you go with the first winter?
Look, being from Melbourne, used to the cold, it's definitely a little bit chillier here, but it's nothing outrageous. Maybe just the really icy mornings here in Tas. Melbourne gets a few of them, but maybe not quite as many. That's about the only difference I noticed, Val. It wasn't as if I was moving from Queensland down to Tassie. Yeah. I think Melbourne to Tassie is not as extreme.
Definitely not, but I think you've indoctrinated yourself into the Tassie culture. I think the fact that you've moved down there, I think every single Tasmanian that listens to this will be like, oh yeah, we like him, because I know that they love their own, and if you want to become one of them, they're very accepting. And Dylan, I know that you're going to absolutely excel at the Bowls Premier League. It's great to see you back. It's so well deserved. You deserve this shot, and really looking forward to seeing you at Club Pine Rivers up in October.
Good on you, Val. Thanks, mate. Looking forward to it.
Dylan Fisher joining me on Without Bias. Great to have him on, and he speaks so well, and the passion he's got for the sport is up there with unparalleled, so absolutely sensational. Great to see him back at the Bowls Premier League. He'll be there October 27 to October 30. Very much looking to October 31, I should say. Very much looking forward to that at Club Pine Rivers. New teams, everyone getting involved. That's all we've got time for on the show tonight. This is Without Bias for Right at Home, the Right Care Right at Home, Australia's premier in-home care provider for personalised, private, no waiting in-home care. Visit rightathome.com.au. And of course, proudly brought to you by Tripadil, bucket list experiences at unbelievable prices. Of course, head to bowls.com.au for any news that you might want in the world of bowls. There's plenty going on at the moment. Bowls for Brisbane. Become a Bowls for Brisbane barracker. Make sure you head to bowls.com.au and you can find out all you need to know. Help us out. Get to the Olympics. We've been to the Paralympics. We deserve to be back there. And, of course, at the Brisbane 2032 Games. That's where we want to be. Help us get there. Become a Bowls for Brisbane barracker. Head to bowls.com.au. From me, Val Febbo, have a great night, and we'll catch you next week.